the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me that.
Now Wilson on first down. And his first look is incomplete. Trying to get it to Clay that time, and that'll bring up second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Wilson, going to throw again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right. They weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
Mark 55, Mark 55. Here we go, D. Get off the go.
1st and 10. Young completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
That throw. By Young, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Check.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Here we go. 18 Gator. 55 to Mike. Check, check. Go. Sponge. No. Shift. Watch twist. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A check on Breida's numbers from last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
They'll try to run with Breida, and across the goal line into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Let's go.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run here with Singletary. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, 17 carries, 74 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Clay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field going through that one. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent, that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. From the 27, Young, he finds McKinnon, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
3rd and short yardage, Young. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1st down San Francisco, the pickup 14 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give coming right is Breida. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Young. His throw caught right around the 6. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Wilson now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the ground, it's Singletary. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some
pressure. Comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Brian Burns in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at him.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Come on, set.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now it's Breida. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Down. 30 base.
Second and 10.
Check. 55.
The 2-yard line.
6 man. Check.
Now a give to Breida. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Bobby Wagner able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
Fielded just inside the 30. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So we are at halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go counter with Breida. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
70, Indy.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready.
Push him back.
Push him back. 6-6. Pull it high. Ready.
A first down throw for Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. With those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a run with Singletary. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Singletary again. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
To throw again on second down. Young, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, it's Young. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Go now. 15 line. 15 line.
Here we go.
Shoot.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. Young. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Throwing, Young. And he's going to go down again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's Wilson to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Foster Moreau, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Wilson's pass complete to Foster Moreau. Touchdown, Seattle. Jason Myers for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it 24-13. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run again with Breida. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Look, squeeze.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He finds some open field here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. To throw is Wilson. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. So the victory here for San Francisco. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So for the 49ers, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.